Hi, Fidel from All Sim Baseball here again. In the last video, we did the online setups for all of the things such as the league reports, the league files, and where the exports are going to go. We did all that, including setting up the PHP MySQL scripts. We did all that, and we had these three files made for us by the game. So now we're going to go ahead and connect to our site and get some league reports on the site. League reports are basically all those nice things like the statistics and your box scores and their standings and all that kind of stuff. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Okay, gonna go to game settings, online league, create and upload reports. You might have a bunch of check marks here. I recommend uncheck marking as many things as you can. If you have lots of minor leagues, I recommend just keep maybe a couple minor leagues, maybe your top tier minor leagues included. If your online league members need to see all that, they can see it all in the game. But for the sake of getting some reports on the website as quickly as possible, let's go ahead and keep things to a minimum. The more you include, the longer it takes. And the older your league gets, the more bogged down the game gets, and every once in a while the game just can't handle all that much. So try to minimize it if you can. Do not include history until maybe the end of the season or right around January in the game. For now, we're going to leave everything like this. I'm not going to include box scores and game logs or anything because I want everything to go up as quickly as possible. Now, you might notice that some reports might be missing on the website. If you notice anything missing, you can come here to select reports. Make sure the game is including them. Right now, the game is including all of these with check marks, but if you go down here, right now, it wouldn't include history. Even if we tried to click history over here, it wouldn't include it. So you'll have to enable these yourself and then save. Okay, so we'll get out of there. For now, it says copy and upload new and change images. Keep that unchecked for now. We're going to do the images separately because you only need to do this really just once. Or once a year or once a season, you only need those. So I recommend just keeping it off because it makes the reports uploads go so much faster without the images. Okay, so for now, I'm just going to put the teams and players. I'll just go ahead and put some news too, but no scores. Well, let's put the scores too. Okay, we've got that. We have these all unchecked for now. Create reports. We're going to click that. Again, the larger your league is, the older it is, the longer it takes. Next, up here at the top, create archive for PHP MySQL. And now upload archive to MySQL database. Once this finishes, it gives you this little dialog box. Once you click OK, your browser should open up. If it doesn't, don't worry. Sometimes it doesn't, but in my case it did. Oh, I got some kind of error. Okay, that's okay. We understand why we have the error, and this is a common error, and I'm going to tell you why. Do you remember those three files here that we forgot about? Well, we shouldn't forget about them. And that's what's going to cause this kind of error. Okay, so let's go ahead and do something with these three files. Start FileZilla. You're going to put your host, your username, and your password for your main FTP account. You're going to find that in here, in your text file. Up here, we already did these for the OOTP, FTP settings, and all those options. Now scroll all the way down to the bottom. Okay, so the host is this, username, and then your password. You can put those here, here, and here. I've already saved mine here in my site manager. So I can just click here and select it, and we're connected. So I'm going to go to, need to be able to see that. So you can always use these sliders if you can't see. Go to public HTML. If you don't have public HTML in on your website, that's fine, don't worry, because some of the regular accounts do not have that. Regular accounts will start somewhere in here with files like this. You're going to look for the one that says game, and then you're going to look for the one that says LG reports. Okay, right now we just have a couple files in there. So the ones we need are these. Those three. We'll just drag and drop them right onto the server. Now, if we filled out everything in the Online League settings properly, we're going to get rid of that error. So let's go back to our web browser. So we had this error, but we're just going to go ahead and refresh the page, see what happens. There we go. It worked. So those three files were very important for getting these reports online. So let's go ahead and delete the archive file, and then click Open League Reports, and we get something kind of ugly like this. Let's click League Home, and we see some reports. That's good. But if you see an error at this point, you might see this, but then you click here and you see an error. That means, or if you have any kind of error here, what you want to do is double check this file. If you're using a Mac, this file is going to be named something like htaccess. That shouldn't be named that. You're going to have to go in here and add that little dot right before the H. Okay, and it saves as .htaccess. Okay, and that'll get rid of that sort of error. Okay, so now we need the images, otherwise it's just going to look ugly here. So okay, what we're going to do is we're going to let's go ahead and put this down here. Let's put this down, and I'm going to go to Windows. Well, if you're just starting your computer or something here, or starting your Explorer, go to Windows C, Users, My Name, Documents, Out of the Park Developments, OOTP 16, Saved Games, and this is the game I'm using. Okay, I'm going to go to News, HTML. I'm going to look for this folder right here, Images. Now, how I just got here might be different on a Mac. You might have to check the documentation for Macs, but you eventually want to get here. Right-click, Send to Compressed Zip Folder. Again, Macs might do this a little bit differently, and it's created me a zip here. Mine was pretty quick because I have fewer images. Yours might take a little longer, but anyway, we now need to upload this to the server. Okay. Now, if you have an account with a cPanel, and you'll know it by your text file, it'll say cPanel Administration. In that case, you can continue on to unzip that on the server yourself, but if not, please send me an email and I will unzip it for you. But for those who have cPanel, I will show you how to do it yourself. So anyway, keep that handy. Okay. Now in that same location that we were in here, where we put those three files, we're going to upload that images. Okay, and it's uploading, and it's uploaded. Again, if lots and lots of images are in your league, that file is going to be huge and it's going to take a lot longer, but just let it finish. Okay, we'll go back to our web browser. Okay, and up here we're going to go to our cPanel. Our cPanel's location right here. I'll copy that and paste. this page here. And I've already saved my password here, but you can put your username, whatever your username is, and your password. Put it in. And open cPanel. Again, if you have a regular account, you will not have this. This only comes with Upper Deck and Field Level accounts. Okay, we're going to go scroll down a little bit to File Manager. Open that up. Okay, so I'm going to go to Game, League Reports, and we see this images right there. That's what we just finished uploading. So we're going to click on that, and then up here we're going to click Extract. And didn't take long. Close that. Next, let's go back to our web browser. Oops, let's go back to, the BNN homepage. I'm going to reload that page, see what it looks like. Oh, very nice. Click on League Home. Well, we got images. And that's how you get your images. Okay. Now I can go ahead and delete this images folder. Make sure it's highlighted. Click delete. And anytime you have new images, maybe players changing teams, you have teams changing logos, or maybe you have an expansion and you have new teams with new images, you can just repeat this process. So keep this video handy. But for now, that's how you get your league reports on your site. Okay, that's it for now. We'll continue with other tutorial videos after this one. Okay, so please see the next videos as well. Thank you.